Hi everyone, my name is JC of The Mindful Awakening. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. This is a special love-focused reading for the month of August for all of my single friends out there. So if you are all alone, you're not in an established bond, you're single, possibly looking and just curious to see what energy is in store for you for the month of August, stick around, this video is for you. We are using the Light Seers Tarot deck to get some messages for the general collective who identifies as being single. We will be pulling some additional clarification using a second deck, pulling additional advice on top of that using Romance Angel Oracle cards, and then pulling some advice at the very end of our reading. So again, this is for the month of August for anyone who identifies as being single. You are not in an established bond. Single and looking, single and curious, this is for you. If these messages resonate with you, please make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe to my channel, and you hit that notification bell so you'll be told every single time I drop a new video. Not all messages will resonate and time is fluid, so just take with you the messages that do resonate, flip the storylines if necessary, and check back at a later date if these messages don't resonate with you right at this moment. All right, let's take a look at your past, your present, and your recent future. Show us what we need to see for the divine feminine, divine masculine energies for everyone who identifies as being single. Single love tarot messages for the divine feminine, divine masculine energies. Show us what we need to see. It's really humid in Toronto, so my cards are sticking quite a lot. I'm gonna shuffle 3 shuffles and then deal out the cards that way instead. Just because they're all sticking and I'm getting like 10, 15 cards at a time, which is not cool. So thank you so much for your patience. Also, if you're hearing like noise, something like knocking around and all that, my neighbors upstairs have a dog and their dog is playing at the moment and kind of going ham. So I apologize for the noise in the background if you happen to hear anything. All right, single friends. In your past energy, we have the 8 of Wands upright, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. In your recent past single friends, you may have been in a situation where things were moved very quickly with somebody. In your past, you could have been dating someone or were already in an established relationship and things were moving way too fast. A little bit out of control. This could have been like a very hot and heavy situation where you made a lot of compromises, and it could be that you weren't being met where you were at in the relationships. Your expectations weren't being met, and your person at the time in your past wasn't able to give you the love or the stability or the affection, the emotional sensitivity that you needed in order to feel safe within that union. I think it was a lot of talking, a lot of communicating back and forth. Some of you may have been in a long distance partnership where you had to travel in order to see your person. For others of you, if this wasn't your energy where things were moving too quickly for your liking, it could have been that you were moving at a steady pace, but your person, for whatever reason, felt like maybe you were moving too quickly. We will pull more clarification cards on these to see what specific messages are associated to the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the 8 of Wands upright. In your present energy, we have the Empress card in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Honey, you are not in a rush to start anything with anybody. I think as a result of some previous situations where maybe things were moving too quickly, again, we'll pull clarification cards on your past. There has been something in your past that is making you really want to take your time and move a little bit slower in terms of how you approach love, how you approach partnership, and maybe the expectations that you have associated with being in union with another person. This isn't necessarily that you're not looking. I think you are looking, but you are being very cautious in looking for a partner, even in the dating scene. And listen, I totally understand. The dating scene has changed so much. There's so many apps everywhere, and there's just a lot going on that's creating division among one another. And it's getting harder and harder to find genuine connections. It's getting harder and harder to discover who people are and approach relationships with curiosity because of the rise of social media. And I think that's definitely playing a factor here. It's hard for you to take a step forward and genuinely want to get to know people when we're being bombarded with so many feelings, messages, images all the time. And I think there might be a sense of losing a little bit of hope in your ability to find someone to connect with on that genuine, deep level that's required in order to build a serious relationship. I get a lot of seriousness in this read, not gonna lie. I feel like people, if this resonates with you, I'm sensing that you're looking for something more long-term, not something that's like a wham bam, thank you ma'am type of thing. And if that's what you're looking for, no problem. It's just from what I see here in the cards, it definitely feels like you're looking for something that's more stable and something that's more long lasting, but you are not in a rush to get there. I think once we pull clarification cards, we'll see why the Empress card is in reverse and why these two cards are in reverse too. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, I'm really getting here, taking your time and not rushing towards anything. In your near future, we have the Tower. Hold on. We have the Star in reverse, and we also have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So I do see here that there is a possibility that you might be in union with somebody in the future. This might be another situation. I'm getting this intuitively that something from your past may end up repeating itself again, which may leave you feeling a little bit more hopeless and making you feel like you can't just walk away from the situation. I get very much that this is a rude awakening of sorts, of careful about going back to your past. I don't know why I'm getting that energy so strongly, but careful about going back to your past. Careful about repeating similar cycles and not learning specific lessons about compatibility, expectations, equal give and take, all of those things. It might also be that you end up getting together with a new person, but because the lesson from the past was about moving too quickly, there is a possibility that you may end up repeating the same thing of moving too quickly with an individual and it not working out for you because of this rush. Even though that's not what you want right now. I know this is contradictory because your messages in terms of present are really showing me that you want to take your time. You're focusing on self-love. You're focusing on healing. You're really focusing on getting to know somebody slowly. There is a possibility someone may try to sweep you off your feet. You may fall for it, and then a situation may end up repeating itself, which causes a Tower moment. We're going to pull some clarification cards. All right, so if you are watching this video on Instagram, hello, please feel free to click on the link in my bio to see how the rest of this storyline is going to play out for your past, your current, and your near future energy for all of my single friends out there. If you are interested in seeing what the extended reading will be and what specifics will come about as a result of these clarification cards, the link in my bio will take you to my YouTube channel where you can view the rest of this reading. Now, for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, let's pull some clarification. We are using a second deck. I'm very curious to see what this Eight of Wands means, because with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, clearly there's some instability and an unequal love offer that's happening here. But what is this Eight of Wands? What is this fast communication? What is it that made things move too quickly with the Eight of Wands up right in your past? All right. Interesting. So we have the Death card. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. You could have been dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. With the Nine of Pentacles, this really is being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, understanding your loving, your nurturing, stable energy that you bring forth in a relationship. This could have been you, this could have been somebody else, but I do believe here, like, these two energies this is like this, while this side is nurturing and a lot more loving and abundant, this side is very much more, you're cutting to the chase, you're being direct in your communication, you are very clear cut in what's going on. I think there was a situation here between one person who was very much in their element, who was more established, who has done a lot more healing work, who was ready to actually be in a relationship. And then you have someone else, a different energy that's a little bit more aggressive, less patient, a lot more let's cut to the chase and get to it already. That comes across as a little bit more abrasive in approach. And I think when you put these two energies together, it may have created an imbalance in who was offering what to whom, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse, in addition to the Eight of Wands. Someone was moving a little bit too quickly here and tried to rush a situation. I'm getting here with the Nine of Pentacles. Whoever resonates with the Nine of Pentacles energy, you wanted to take things a little bit more slowly. You wanted to nurture this connection. You wanted to savor the moments with each other and really build up something on solid ground, whereas another person was a little bit more direct in the way that they communicated and really wanted things to be a little bit more go, go, go. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. It really feels as though someone was always playing catch up, that you guys weren't necessarily on the same page. You may have wanted the same overall outcome, but in terms of the functioning of your relationship, you guys weren't necessarily on the same page when it mattered the most. And I'm getting here with the Death card. This was an ending of a relationship, something transformed. It could be that you guys realize you're better off as friends. There's an incompatibility here, and there was an attempt made at possibly just being friends or breaking up. The Death card is also a new end of a cycle, but the beginning of something new. So it could have been that this was a breakup for some. For other people, you decided to try and be friends. For others, you decided to separate, maybe take some space and figure things out. You guys could even be on a break right now for some people. Because this is such a general reading, this really is going to be different for everyone. Since this is a singles love-focused reading, my intuition is guiding me to assume that this is more about people who decided to separate and break up and end this union with each other. You guys you weren't moving at the same pace. Similar goals in the long run, incompatibility in the day-to-day, and moving at a different speed with one another. All right, for your current energy, I would like to clarify the Empress card in reverse. Can you get some clarification on the Empress card in reverse? For all of our single friends, how does the Empress card in reverse correlate to our overall messages for single friends? Empress in reverse. Wow. So we have the World card upright, karmic situation, end of cycles, coming to an end, beginning of something new, coming full circle. We have the Fool card. This is beautiful energy. So as something is ending, we are beginning a new journey. We also have the 10 of Wands upright. This was a very burdensome relationship. If this is related to the past energy, the thing that was moving too quickly for some and not fast enough for others, that fundamental incompatibility with the person you were seeing in your past, this is done. You're really cutting this person off because it was just so much of a burden. Someone was taking on more than their fair share in the relationship. There was a lot of heavy discussions, possible arguments, a lot of hot and cold, up and down. It's like you guys could just never get on the same page and stay on the same page consistently. And one of the partners grew tired of all of this. Or it could have been both partners that were just like, you know what, let me just throw in the towel. This is too much. It's too challenging, too difficult, huge burden. I'm stressed out all the time. Why is this my responsibility? That type of energy here, which is preventing a new beginning. With the World card, this is a solid ending of this cycle. You're learning certain lessons from your union in the past, and you're taking all of these learning lessons, you're chalking it up to it being part of your spiritual growth and your personal development, and you're trying to look at the positive side of things. This happened for a reason. I needed to learn something from this union and eventual breakup with this person. I am ready to start a new cycle of singlehood. I'm going to be positive about these lessons I'm learning, and I'm going to make sure that I don't repeat the same things in my future. I have faith in the universe. I'm taking this leap of faith and betting on myself. Nothing but positive vibes over here. Thank you. Next. That's what I'm getting from this energy here. Now, I am curious about the Tower card in your future. What is this Tower card? What is this unexpected disruption in your near future? Tower card for all of my single friends. Tower card for all of my single friends. Please clarify the Tower card. Last shuffle. All right, this is fast movement forward. We have the Chariot card upright, the High Priestess upright, and we have the Three of Wands in reverse. This could be a third-party situation. It could be that you eventually end up meeting somebody. You realize that you were not the only person that this person was dating, or the energy could be reversed and you were multi-dating. I think there was something unclear in this situation. Again, you could be dealing with a Cancer sign here with the Chariot card. I am getting here that this happens quickly. This happens unexpectedly. I think if it's not a person from your past, then it is someone who sweeps you off your feet. It takes you by surprise. And you end up going with the flow, you end up trusting it, and you end up moving quickly with this person. That being said, I think your intuition is going to start giving you those feelings that something about this doesn't really match up. It doesn't really, there's something that you don't know, and something that intuitively you know is not in alignment. Something is not adding up. This person in your near future may look like a good opportunity. You guys might get along on paper, but something is just telling you this is not it, and you need to pay attention to them. I'm so sorry, my camera died, guys. I was trying to say that your intuition, something was telling you that this just wasn't it. This union wasn't it. You trusted your intuition. Could have been that something was revealed here with the Three of Cups in reverse. Could have been a third-party situation, but whatever you ended up discovering, which I am leaning towards this person having multiple people and you not knowing that, that was enough for you to take a step back and reevaluate the situation and realize that, nope, you're not about this union. This is in your near future. I'm really getting here a need to accept things as they happen and not become so hopeless about the situation. It just means that if certain patterns are repeating themselves where infidelity is involved, the lesson here is on a focus on self-love, patterns that are inviting this energy in. And I'm not saying that it's your fault that this is happening to you, but at the same time, if cycles continue to repeat themselves, but they show up in other people, it really is because we haven't learned something yet. And that's nobody else's responsibility but your own. And everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves happiness. But it really does feel like there's a possibility you may be standing in your own way by not learning the lesson yet. I'm getting the lesson here is paying attention to the red flags and cutting people out of your life as soon as you start noticing these red flags popping up. I don't think it's going to be one red flag. I think it's going to happen over and over. And in the near future, you may ignore these intuitions that you are having about this person, and then Tower moment will happen and it'll make it very clear for you. So I'm getting here, single friends, if you resonate with this reading so far, the message really is you got to heal parts of your past. You got to heal the parts that invite more union, even though you see these red flags happening. What are your standards? What are your boundaries? When people cross them, do you stand up for yourself? And do you create, do you separate from people when you are no longer in alignment and you know it? You got to start trusting your intuition and start trusting your gut feeling, because Your gut feeling is trying to tell you something. Your higher self, your guides are trying to tell you something in this. So view relationships as learning lessons, especially in your near future when this person comes in to sweep you off your feet, because it looks like they definitely will. Pay attention to the red flags. And when you notice it, pay attention. See people for who they are. When they show you who they are, listen and cut them off before they end up breaking your heart, which I see here is a possibility for you. Now, everyone has free will. Just because it showed up in this reading doesn't mean it has to happen this way. You have free will. Now that you know that this is an energy you're inviting back into your life, put up better defenses and be 10 steps ahead and anticipate this coming to you now. We're going to use the Romance Angel Oracle cards to get some additional messages for you, my single friends. All right, so we have release your ex. We have forgiving and learning. Some of you, your ex might be coming back around, and the person you might be dealing with in your near future could possibly be your ex. For some of you, I think the reason why your ex is here is because showing up in your reading is because that's where the healing still needs to take place. It might not necessarily be that they come back around, but someone who does similar things that your ex did might show up, sweep you off your feet, and you end up having to repeat a learning lesson again because you didn't get it the first time. There's something to be said about forgiving yourself and your ex as you continue to move forward in your life. Release yourself from your past so that you can open yourself up to. This video is so disjointed. I apologize, everyone. My phone keeps on doing something funky. I'm not using a normal camera. I am using my phone to record. So my apologies. I was just saying there's a need to release your ex in order for you to be able to forgive them, forgive yourself, and set yourself free from your past, because there is a possibility that certain things are going to repeat themselves. I'm really getting that here. Certain things are going to repeat themselves. Right now in your present, you may have had the World, which means something is coming full circle. This karmic thing is coming full circle. You have an opportunity to learn a lesson here. However, with the cards that have shown up already in your near future, I do see here that you may end up regressing, fall back into temptation. You got to be consistent in your healing work. And I do get here, we have healing family issues and children. Some of you, this could be a divorce. For others of you, children are somehow involved in this union. They're being affected. My phone has been so temperamental. And I just said so many things and realized just now that it actually was not recording. So I'm taking this as a sign from source that the disjointedness of this reading is mirroring the frustrations and disjointedness in your movement forward and in your personal journey in terms of healing. This idea of stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. I think a lot of you single friends are experiencing healing expedited, and then something happens and it stops you dead in your tracks in your healing journey. And it's a lot of like forward movement quickly, and then things start slowing down. You start reliving, reminiscing old times. You get triggered and it kind of stops you dead in your tracks. And I'm getting that a lot here. Before my camera died on me, I was saying that a need to heal family issues, a need to deal with the children that are being affected by this energy is at the forefront now. And on some level, I'm even getting here that when it says children, your love life is being affected by children, I'm getting here too, everything is a mirror for everything. So on some level, I'm almost feeling as if this could also be pointing to some sort of childhood wound that you might be in the process of dealing with, in the process of healing, a childhood wound of abandonment. Maybe you witnessed your parents splitting up at a younger age, and it's kind of colored the way that you look at relationships. It's going to be different for everybody, but I am intuitively getting these messages for you as well. Now, when my camera died, I did actually already pull some last advice from the Wild Offering Oracle deck here, and ironically enough, the card that I did pull is called Self-Love. Now I'm going to go ahead and read the description to you all as a way to wrap up our spread. Self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. Single friends, this is really the overall message that I'm getting for you. In order for you to step forward with an open heart, with no reservations in terms of love and what your worth is, what your needs and desires are, you really need to refocus on that wound, that childhood wound that is still needing nurturing, that is still needing healing. And if it is not an inner childhood wound, then there is an impact on the children that happen to be in your space. Now, if there's no children at all, this is not a childhood wound. Self-love can take so many different forms here, but I am getting from the past, the current energy, and this future possibility of things things coming up again, things repeating themselves again, whether in new people or an ex coming back. That is where the key is going to be for you. You need to focus on healing these things so that you can move forward and not continue repeating past cycles. The good news is we do have the world here in your current energy. So you're probably already aware of everything that I'm saying in terms of the areas that need a little bit more focus. But the fact that the Tower card is in your near future is indicating to me that this is a cyclical thing. And as much as you've done so much work currently, there is a possibility that something might come back full circle around and you'll be tested. And if you are being tested, the Tower card upright shows me that you might not necessarily pass this test. And if not, that's totally okay. It just means that you haven't learned the lesson yet, and you're gonna keep going through this cyclical loop until you do learn this lesson of self-love, of boundaries, of advocating for yourself, validating your own feelings, speaking your truth, and being okay with who you are and what you need and what you want to feel safe and secure in relationship with another. Now, I hope these messages do resonate with you. I mentioned this earlier, but we do have free will. So even though the Tower is here and it is indicating a possibility to repeat the cycle, use this tarot reading and be 10 steps ahead. Do that healing work now. Anticipate this energy coming towards you. And of course, choose a different path because you have the ability to, if that's what you want for yourself. I hope these messages resonated with you, my single friends. I love you. I appreciate all of your support on my channel and over on Instagram. If you wanted to join the community over there, the link will be in the description box below. Take care, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.